Yo, what is good, my anime people? How did he miss the last shot, my anime people? Cop Craft is so fire. I don't know what it is about this show that gives me good vibes and wants me to see just where it's going to end up, uh, going. But at the end of the day, it's clear that whatever they were planning on doing with this episode of acting like the main girl was going to leave, I thought it was actually pretty funny. Like the way that she's literally beats him home one day and is just straight up chilling there. So we'll see how all this is going to, actually continue to work out. Because as of right now, there's not much like bad. Oh, it stopped him. Cool. There's not that much bad about her being here, besides the fact that she needs to learn how to somehow hold back because every time she practically does anything, it usually ends with people dying or not dying. Sorry. Anytime she does something, it usually ends up with people losing limbs and stuff. So that's kind of where the boss is sitting right now. He's like, everything she does, I'm pretty much just gonna blame it on you. Like it's your fault as well as hers. So get it figured out or I'm going to destroy you both. And he said some very graphic things that I don't feel like re-saying here. So, yeah, just go watch it if you didn't watch it. You need to see it. I think I have screenshots of it. So, if you do check out in the description, I'll have pictures up from this weekend. I'll have the screenshots of what the cop says to her and the fact that he calls her an alien and she takes that as racism. So, it's a pretty interesting show with the dynamics, and it's a dark show with what they're doing and at times. So to see it kind of take a chilled, like nonchalant side is actually surprising at times that it works out so well without really mocking up with like the dark vibe that they be giving. So pretty much what happens is we go up to the top of the roof and wind up fighting this guy for quite some time, but finding out relatively quickly that if he can't win, he's not going to continue to try to fight a losing battle. So as soon as he practically made his retreat, this girl was already ready to make her move. But oh my god, the crazy thing about all this is how it all happened. Not only did we see like a really rare moment of like what's very possible with the fairy magic, because this is one of the uses that are probably like forbidden to use, seeing how it leads to self-sacrifice and stuff like that. So with her using this spell on herself and like pretty much making sure all of the stuff that was inside this container bomb doesn't get out, we know that these fairies now have a way to practically detonate themselves and, do something that doesn't seem really good to be doing. Um, Not only that fact, but we we know that. Oh, that's why I was doing the wrong thing. We know that our girl, the main girl, pretty much healed the guy with like a healing spell. But the weird thing was, why why is it that she doesn't use those heals on like the criminals and stuff? And it just kind of shows you how like hard and veteran she is on like her ideals and stuff. Like she's not even gonna go out of her way to help someone that she chopped the finger off of because she sees you as evil. So why would she, give you something to help you in the slightest? Is kind of how she sees everything right now. So she doesn't really discriminate against anybody. She just hates criminals. So if you are a criminal, she will discriminate on you pretty hard. But other than that, she seems like a sweetheart. But once she starts fighting, man, she is a beast, and that is a huge thing to be worried about when you get in her line of sight or doing something that you shouldn't be doing in her eyes. You're probably not gonna make it too far. So yeah, stay away from crazy, because she will destroy you. But the other thing that's pretty cool about this show is the fact that this guy hasn't, gone all like Super Saiyan and he didn't know he had powers or something. But it's likely that he's met somebody in his life that actually was from the other world and he had a good relationship with them, or I don't know where else this could have stemmed from, but while he gets weakened during this fight because he shoots a bullet out of an illusion, and they come to find out that the guy's above him, and the attack like cuts the cop. But once he gets cut and he's still trying to like back up his partner, he's looking at the complete and like wrong way because he's just trying to react to the noise. But once he says this and once he actually aims the gun at the place he thinks the noise is at, the gun turns like a pinkish purple and pulls hard to the right and shoots a perfect shot, hitting this guy. Not only hitting him, bringing him out of his ability that he's like cloaking himself or somehow, and our main girl can literally get close enough to attack. So this magic gun that she did notice last week, where she's like, I don't sense anything magic, like any of the L word that she calls like practically magic. She's like, I don't sense any of that on you, but for some weird reason, I do sense it on that gun. And I thought that was a pretty cool like point to focus to, like who or what would do that to his phone, and for yeah, like who would do it, and like why, who, what, why. Like I want to know. I want to know. So if it wasn't for that gunshot, they both might have well lost their life. Not only lost their life, but she wouldn't have been able to check on the fairy as quickly and see that she wants her to live. So the bomb might have went off without any time. Like, it's crazy how little tiny things kind of swerve the battle into their favor. And if it wasn't that way, where they would be much quicker after getting into these fights and stuff. So very interesting in that overall grand scheme. But to think that that wasn't all, like to think that there was still crazy stuff popping off afterwards, you would be okay to think that that would be the hypest thing in the week's episode. I mean, it did just kind of show up a huge battle, which kind of felt blurry, but I think I was watching on like 480p or something, so I think it was my fault why it looked so bad. But if not, let me know if it was just a blurry episode for some reason. So that was kind of weird. But when we got to the vampire part, it didn't seem as blurry. So maybe it's like a choice on the studio at this point. I'm not sure, but um, from what I was seeing, it was not that bad. I need to see this girl's ultimate. But from everything else that we could be getting in this show, I'm not surprised that some of it actually is, you know, really coded in secrets. Like, for instance, the gun. Now we just heard about this name and a supposed, like, graveyard that really freaked out our girl just because of it. And it's now, one of the things that she finds out is actually true, and it's a vampire. But I think this graveyard is probably where all vampires are like buried, maybe, or like either that or the person's graveyard in question can he like can or does bury vampires to either like help them, or maybe he doesn't help them and he's like against them. So that was very interesting. Not to mention how ridiculously fast and broken these vampires already seem. This girl just waking up and feeding on one human. Imagine a vampire that's living lavishly and been full powered, all the time and doesn't need to eat at all. There's some ridiculousness that could be happening very soon in this show, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's shoot this guy with a pistol in this game that people can shoot energy beams out, okay? Okay. Bow. What? Okay, I need to hit him with the ultimate. You're getting hit with the ultimate, buddy. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys had an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely will be dropping more content tomorrow. I do apologize for the late drops. I had to get a brand new phone, and of course, switching over to a new provider can never be easy for people, so that took a while. Wow, are you serious? That's messed up. But regardless, I will definitely talk to you guys in the next one, and I hope you have an awesome one. So with that being said, check out my channel tomorrow if you aren't subscribed, but if you are, you already know what time it is. You already know what time it is. Um, I do have Dragon Ball Heroes also in my wings, so if Black Clover and whatever else drops tomorrow doesn't seem too powerful of a lineup, I will be dropping Dragon Ball Heroes as well tomorrow. So just thought I'd throw that out there. I hope you guys had an awesome one. Also, let me know what you think. What's going to happen to this vampire? You think she has a long lifespan and she might escape, or that we're getting to see her get bodied next week's episode? With that being said, I am outie and peace.